Hello again. Oh, my model is not working. There we go. Anyway, good evening everyone. Welcome back to the lab. Once again, I'm starting late, because, well, I'm a very busy man. Is this music too loud? I think it's too loud. Turn it down a little bit. We get started here. Why am I switching to the screen anyway? I start the stream. I don't expect to have any viewers to start off, so there we go. Yeah. There we go. Well, take a good guess as to what we're playing today. I'll give you 3 tries. Did you guess Apollo Justice? Congrats, you're right. So that's what we're playing. Alright, well, music. You shut off. Thank you. Done a good service. Alright. I believe we left off last time in the middle of a trial, because I was too tired to continue. But now I am not. I am sufficiently caffeinated, I think. Even though it is quite late, so probably can't go for that long, right? Right. We have to deal with this dipshit. So if I recall correctly, this is his new testimony, right? We caught him slipping when he said something. What was it again? Oh, right. It was the autopsy. He said the victim was shot in the forehead, but the victim was actually shot in the temple. So now the story's changed so that, what am I trying to say? So that the victim is, like, turned around, I guess? Like, they turned before they got shot? Also, this game is really loud for me. I'm gonna turn this down a little. Let's do, like... And we'll turn it up a little bit for you guys. Just compensate. That should be good. If that's not loud enough, please let me know. Alright. The sound effects are really quiet though. I don't think there are any like separate audio settings though, so we'll just have to settle with this. Anyway. No, I don't think we need to present any of these. Cannot prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Stickler, that's your name. I remember everything now. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion. Don't you even think about pointing out that he was going... don't you even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. Nah, how did he know that's where I was going? Trucy's looking at me disappointingly. Yum, says Lily. Hello. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, One must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. You're an engineer. You're not a scientist. I don't think this guy... I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about. You know, I'm willing to bet money that he's lying about everything. He's lying about being educated. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. So nothing strange about how he acted. Trucy looks like she has something to say. Spit it out, Trucy, please. Ergo, I use my cell phone to call the police. Your cell phone? Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Hello, Spy Check. Pulling up with the Phoenix Wright emotes, okay. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's going to cry. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Fully equipped? Holy shit. Those are all of them. Is that all? No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing. This guy's lips are quivering, his eyes are shaking. Can't contain himself. It was late at night. It would not be odd to think that there would be a few people around in the park. So he just stood there, watching? How much to go on there? Trucy, what is it? Trucy, if you got something to say, by all means, say it. God, can't find a single problem with that testimony. Had enough at last, Air Forehead. It's time to back off a bit. No, Trucy's giving me signals here. Signals that probably mean that I have something to say, right? Wrestling doesn't really result in anything, and nothing exactly screams contradiction to me. Found in a trash can at People Park. Distinctive bloomers, to say the least. Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, victim died pulling it. Also known as a shiv, found at a crime scene burying Milwaukee's prints. Let's say no. The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I'll amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well. You may continue with the cross-examination. I assume I can get that option again if I get to the end of this testimony again. So, what do I do? Cannot prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Fair enough. Nor can I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Till the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. So we know Phoenix was hit sometime that night, right? So here's the Kitaki Mansion. Phoenix was hit here, right at the entrance of People Park. So I feel like it's reasonable that Stickler might have seen Phoenix, right? Might have seen Nick. What else? Cell phone. Found in the Merxie's clinic. This might be Stickler's cell phone? Has like a broken watch and everything on it. Not sure about that though. We have a mirror here. Turn off the car that hit Mr. Wright. Fitz car at the Merxie's clinic. Nothing about the time here. Do we have something about when Nick was hit? Pistol, Walkie's checkup report, Bloomers, noodle stand, knife, autopsy report. Knife, noodle stand, Bloomers. Found in a trash can at People Park. Well, nothing about this proves that someone was there at the time that Stickler was there, right? There's nothing indicating the time, at least. These are definitely owned by Pumpkitaki, though. There's also been a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near heart. Right now, my gut feeling is that I should give up on this and move on, but Trucy is suggesting otherwise, as far as I know. Only she could fucking talk to me. Trucy, please. You're next to me on the stand for a reason. Apple. Oh, this is new. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month, Air Forehead. They don't have enough to put Walkie away yet. Get it back off for now? I'll say yes. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears that there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting but small-time punk, in my opinion. No. No! Seems we've come to the end of the line here. Can't be all. How unfortunate. Seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Air Forehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie Kitaki. Eek? Who said eek? Oh shit. Trucy? Uh-oh. Oh shit, it's Kitaki's goons. Nobody move. What's the meaning of this? Who are you? There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of... Herr Judge? I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess, 20 minutes, or I promise you, you'll regret it. Oh, she took her? Oh, he took her. I don't know, maybe it was a she. But wait, how did he just disappear so fast? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo. Is that why she was silent the whole time? Did she know that this would happen? I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. To be continued. Okay. Okay, now we've got something going on here. Yeah, let's save. Alright, you better give Trucy back. June 16th, 11:17 a.m. Defendant lobby number 2. Trucy? Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Is this the guy? You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Oh, that was Trucy. Trucy! You're okay! I thought... don't cry, Apollo. Those good-for-nothing gangsters. There are just some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else... Whoa! Ah! What the heck is that? Holy shit. It was her all along. I'm impressed. Wow. We fooled everyone with that? Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat. You look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on the stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I am a big hit. Ha ha ha. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? How do you fit all of that in... under your cape? I don't know. I don't know where you keep all of that. I won't ask. I mean, Trucy, there are just some things that you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here. Remember what you said to Waki's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son. I love this pouty sprite. Very, very cute. But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? Look, once the judge declares the verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more stage abductions, please. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got. Wait, isn't that like what happened to us? Kind of had like the third eye or something. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. All the times there was a contradiction. I remember? Or do I not remember? I feel like I do remember something. Well, I think I remembered them, sure. There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time, there was a contradiction. In his hand, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Did he look up from the book? Is that his tell? He said the man tossed aside a pistol. But it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there's a contradiction. Well, that's true, but how does that help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. Yeah, he stopped flipping his pages and he looked up. Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense, and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book. Wait, that's what he did? Oh. How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
What? You're telling me Nick has this god eye too? Nani?
I always sat next to Daddy during big matches.
This ominous poker thing again.
I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games?
It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Right, so he cheated. What does that do for us? Oh, so Nick's not a poker legend? He just used Trucy? You sly dog. I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Receive the truth.
Watch a testimony? Receive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose.
Not true. Daddy said so. He said you had the power, Apollo.
Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that she said before the trial started? Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injuries was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine? Since when has Nick not been carried by strong women? True. True and real. Okay, in a way, that makes Nick super based, right? Because he knows when he needs help. That's the true sign of masculinity. Knowing when you need a hand. Bonus points if, you know, you're a lady. Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict. She did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Dude, this... Apollo, you're so lame. Let's do it.
Apollo?
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing.
Oh, it's Mr. Had.
Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can.
I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired. Right. You know, I never thought I'd get to see what Trucy would look like without her hat on. Alright, well, it's 11:40. Recess is over. Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. What's up, Silent Wolf? I'd hate to think about the damage Apollo is doing to his vocal cords. Right. Every morning, he wakes up, he shouts justice at the top of his lungs. I'd like to say that the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Yeah, right. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Yes, it was an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fraulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right?
I think he's on to me.
I wish he would stop being so cool. Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. We'll grant your request, however. But this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
Alright, from shot to call. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Is this the same as before? Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. He's not fiddling here. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Okay, maybe he was fiddling there. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all.
Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot.
Focus. If only it were that easy. My ears will hear what he says, but my eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? Oh, here we go. What's this? A bracelet. We have a magic bracelet? Is that how we're doing it? What's going on? The bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. I think you're going crazy, Apollo. Alright, so, I mean, this one is obvious, right? I press you here. So, you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of my call. Why not check with them?
Wait, Apollo. This has to be it.
Wait, you mean his habit? I heard that in testing everyone wanted to know about the bracelet. I was interested in it, so they made the power tied to it. Oh, okay. You know, honestly, I think it would have been cooler if it was just like something that Apollo could do, you know? I feel like attorneys with superpowers is somehow more plausible than magic artifacts you wear. You know, maybe it's one of those like performance enhancing bracelets that like are complete placebos, right? It's like they increase your balance or some shit, and then they have a commercial where one guy tries to like shove the other person over wearing the bracelet, and somehow they're still standing. It's like, whoa, he has powers or something. He rubs it and does cords of steel. Alright, that's my headcanon, is that his bracelet is a complete placebo.
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Know what?
It's my bracelet. It's different, somehow. I can feel it reacting to something without the witness, about the witness.
Your bracelet?
Oh, there it is. It's like on my bottom screen. It has like eyes on it. I'm not sure I get about this focus stuff. I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Wow, you trust your bracelet more than Trucy. That's a low blow, man. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet as it reacts to the testimony. Okay, I guess I do that here. Oh, it's spinning. Oh, what's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else.
Apollo?
Oh, I scratched that. Trucy, what's happening to me?
This is what I meant by focusing.
Focusing.
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out.
Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch. His habit. You remember it, right?
Sure. When he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with the page of his book.
You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I bet they are.
First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand.
This is kind of like a Magatama type thing for the courtroom? Yeah, I guess so. That's like, that's, Apollo's thing, right? And Magatama is like Phoenix's thing. You know, now that you mentioned that, having magic items honestly does make more sense, because the Magatama thing is actually real. And that is a magic item. It gives you powers. So, you know, I rescind my previous statement, but part of me still thinks it would be cool if Apollo just like had this power for no reason. Anyway, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand. His hand?
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right. I can only see his face like this. I'm gonna try changing my viewpoint. Alright, I guess I use the bottom screen. Oh. Okay. I can use the left stick too. Dude, seeing this like this detailed sprite is so trippy. Alright, well, here we go.
Perfect. Now you're really ready.
Ready for what? Reminder, Nick slapped the giant Magatama in Game 3 and said, I wonder how much power this baby has under its hood. Slaps group of Magatama. This baby can hold so much spiritual power. I won't even believe it.
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
Twitch.tv. Perceive.
Try listening to the witnesses. Try listening to the witness talk as you focus.
Then watch
for his habit.
Right. You mean when he fiddles with the page?
That's right. That's your signal to look closer. To perceive.
Perceive in bold colored letters.
Find his weak spot, and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So I have to pay attention to his words. And his fingers.
Don't worry if you miss it. You can always try again.
Right, look out nervous, Twitch. Here comes justice. Oh, that again. You know, it's charming in a way. There we go. There we go. Oh, do I have to, like, press a button? Back. Well, I mean, there it is. Wait, just press confirm? Gotcha! Gotcha! Oh. I saw it. Just now, I could see it. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? All this banging of the desks. It's quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? Well, we do have a cell phone in our inventory, so... I'd like to ask... Yeah, let's see this phone. Let's see if you have it on you. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why, whatever for? Show me, and you'll find out. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see. You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
Yow!
Where did you get that?
That's a cell phone from yesterday.
Indeed it is. Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
Someone else I watched just finished game 3? I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute, what's the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Merrick's clinic garage. The Merrick's? Why? This is where the victim lived. Yeah, that's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? Your cell phone is here. How could you have called the police?
Yow!
It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. Oh, look at him trying to beg for forgiveness. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone at all? Oh, after all. Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? Well, to indicate it with a startling high degree of accuracy, if this is where Phoenix was hit, then we know what to do. I'll be icing the music, yeah. It was right around here. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can be only one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage. What are you saying? Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Merrick's clinic garage at the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all. Oh shit, here we go. But that's ridiculous. And that makes it sound like I snuck into this fella's garage to commit some crime. As though I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Merrick's was killed that night. Well, yes, but no. This line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true, I lost my cell phone. Oh my god, that's a lot of lizards. They're jamming. It's jam time. But you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder. It does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? At least I can check the court record right now. Let's go through one by one. Not the map. There's no way. Not this either. Found in the exhaust pipe of the car at Merrick's clinic. Mirror. Torn off the car that hit Mr. Wright. Fitz car at the Merrick's clinic. So the cell phone was under the car. Does that mean anything? The fact that it was specifically under the car. Let's guard the Mercury's clinic. By IRL logic, you could just take the pinging off cell towers. Honestly, yeah, that would make sense, but we are in the wonderful world of Phoenix Wright's Japan America. No prints on the cell phone, right? None. Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand. A victim died pulling it. Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Can I? I mean, I hope I can, but... Nothing to me screams evidence, you know? Well, his payphone was right next to Mr. Wright's office. That doesn't really help in our case right now. I believe the cell phone was dropped at the night of the murder. So, how do I prove that Stickler was in the garage the night of the murder? I feel like is the better question, right? What here is proof that Stickler was in the garage? It was dropped in the garage. Other than the fact that cell phone was found in the garage. Well, what other things happened? We had the hit and run incident, right? That happened the night of the murder, I think. Yeah, I think we can rule out all 5 of these. And then rule out the bowl. And also rule out the fingerprint stuff. So that leaves the panties autopsy report. No, that's not really helpful either. Panties, the mirror, and cell phone. I don't think the cell phone itself is proof, right? Actually, what time is it on this thing? Time on the watch is... I need to turn this around. It's like... 1, 2... It's kind of hard to manipulate this. Okay, this is a better angle. Time on the watch is... I need to, like, get a good angle. Almost 10. Like 9:30? Maybe it is the cell phone. Because the murder happened at, Yeah, it happened at 9:30. So maybe he dropped the phone at 9:30. Meaning he broke the watch then. It's kind of odd though. Let's see. The autopsy says time of death is after 10 p.m. I feel like that's like pretty decent proof, right? Let's try that out. Of course I have evidence. Ooh, I like swagger. And her forehead? Hit it. Court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... the cell phone itself. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? No comment, Air Judge. No dice, Mr. Justice. Penalty. What? What? Are you serious? Remember, Apollo, remember where we found that cell phone? It had fallen on the ground before, if it had fallen on the ground before that night. That's right. The cell phone would have been crushed. Your Honor, one more chance, please. Mr. Justice, keep this up and you'll run yourself out of a life's worth of chances. What is it then? Is it just the mirror? If it would have been crushed, then... This one is stumping me. I feel like it should be easy, right? But I'm just not feeling it right now. What is it that I need to present? What's the logic here? It's not the panties. I'm sure of that. He stole a knife. I guess the fact that the watch stopped at like 9:30 doesn't mean it stopped at 9:30 on that specific day. So that's a bit shaky, right? Leaning towards the mirror for no particular reason. No. My reason is that Trucy was like talking about the car and stuff when I got that last one wrong, right? So... Evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder. You know what? What is there to lose, right? Let's go with this. That's a side view mirror? As it so happens, Dr. Merictis's car was in an accident. Okay, we got it. That took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident? It happened a little after 9 p.m., just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Merectice's car hit a pedestrian. Oh, poor Nick. What are you trying to say? In the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means it's parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. Oh, I see. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground, right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Meow! Mr. Stickler, you know what that means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected. Mr. Justice, are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Merectice? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something. I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pal Merectice. That is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. You know that face. That's the face of guilt. Is this really the guy that did it? I feel like he's not. I feel like he came here for a different reason. Stickler's truth. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand. All was clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Really? Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Ah, yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It is quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. Looks like a cell phone, normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. Really? You're gonna believe that? The cell phone rolls? That's funny. Wasteland didn't react at all during that testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. I mean, yeah, once you point it out, people kind of try to control it, right? It didn't sense any, oh, sorry. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around. Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes justice. You ever think that Apollo Justice wanted to be a lawyer just because his name was Justice? I think that sometimes. And you know what? More power to him. Oh, you can see like the bracelet. Yeah. It's kind of like grayed out though. It's not spinning. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place. At that point, you basically have to. Yeah. Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, prosecution has received no report of this domestic detail. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me. Broke college kid. Truly the broke college kid experience. I'm sure that the store clerks would disagree. You think sampling free food counts as religion? In any case, that night, honestly, it does. You ever go to Costco? That's basically a religion. I sampled to my heart's content and was on my way back home, yes. Dropped my cell phone on my way back. That's when you passed it from the Merites clinic? Yes, that's correct.
That was a pretty suspicious pause there.
Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. No, of course. Oh, here we go. The supermarket is here, along the main road. My way home from there takes me past the Merites clinic. And that is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, woe is I, walked on, unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. Which entrance did you enter the park from? Well, to be exact, one might say I went in from the entrance closest to the Merites clinic. Same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not have missed what happened next. I'm a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. Yo, he's sweating. This part of the testimony is the key, I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? The victim. You could see the victim quite clearly, too. Oh, clear as clear can be, I assure you. I see. So, how do you look? How? How do you mean how? Be specific. I mean in general. The defense will refrain from straining to come up with questions. Find the question that lies in your heart and ask that. Yes, Your Honor. Right. Judge through moonlights as a self-help guru. You know, nothing wrong with a little moonlighting. I'll ask the other questions later. Are you absolutely sure it's the defendant? Oh, please stop asking me the same questions over and over. This isn't some kind of makeup tests.
What's a makeup test, Apollo?
Nothing a good student like you has to worry about. I'm gonna find his weak spot until he breaks.
His habit isn't acting up, which means he isn't lying.
I was kind of relying on my bracelet to get me through this one.
But he's pretty unsettled. The odds are really high that you can get something out of him.
A gleam in your eyes. You're a gambler's daughter through and through.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
Alright, let's go back to this one. Let's talk about the noodle stand. You happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said, noodle. Yes, that was it. Wait. Oh. Oh. The gears are turning. The only way he could have seen the stand was from this angle. And, I mean, I feel like the speak for itself, right? It says Eldoon. If he were to see it from this side, then he would see Noodle. But that means he was at the north side of the park instead. Right? Right. Oh, there we go. Remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Mr. Justice? What about that sign? Would that be important? Very important. So the sign of the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. I'm gonna drink some water. Mm. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I don't know. Apparently, it just tastes like salt. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well.
Whatever sort of noodles that I stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. Some apply to the school merely for the taste of our smart noodles.
Smart noodles. I wouldn't mind the taste of that myself. Honestly, those sound pretty alright. Okay, well, let's just present what we have to.
Objection!
You're absolutely sure the sign read noodle.
Why, just like last week, my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that.
Wow. Really big praise there.
It read without a doubt, noodle.
I see.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes?
Well, let's take a look at our map, shall we? So, you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although, it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot.
You think so?
Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand and carefully read what the sign says. See? The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes.
Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely noodle for sure, positive.
I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle, and he saw it right. But what would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign could be read the way Mr. Stickler claims?
What?
Justice shows the spot. Witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Do I do it like here? Is this like a rock or something, or do I... Where exactly do I place my cursor? Let's just do it here. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. Oh, how do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, the sign says noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south.
Yow! You got me.
So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all.
He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Yet on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning.
Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change?
It changes everything, Paula.
Trucy?
Remember his testimony from before? Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading.
Oh shit. Enter the 3D zone.
Killer and the victim were facing each other here. And at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point, the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol.
And then it hits the right temple.
That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing in the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction,
And he'd be hit in the left. Which means, well, Marquise was looking the other way for a reason. That's not Stickler.
the bullet would have to hit his left temple.
Oh. Oh.
In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right. Oh, wait. But Stickler can.
So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning.
Indeed. You are absolutely correct, Farley. What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North. Oh. That's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So, if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself. Yow!
Wait, are you serious? I still have my doubts, though. He's too much of a loser to commit crimes like that. Order, order, order. Wow. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. It's the right blood in you. Well, I'm guessing you're not directly related, but still, it's the right spirit.
Objection!
Oh, he slams the wall behind him. Okay. That's new. I like that. Clarify one point for me, if you would, Herr Forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. Yeah. Just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please, look inside. Looks aside, I'm really a nice guy. All my friends say so. Yeah, all your friends that I'm sure you have. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? Accused of another crime. What crime would I have him... What crime would I accuse him for? Is he the culprit for the hit-and-run case? Or are the hit-and-run and murderer the same guy? Oh, maybe it happened like this. Since Stickler was from the north, right? That means he wouldn't have been able to leave the park from the entrance he came in from, allegedly, right? The one near the phone. So that means he would have left through the entrance that's near the Kitaki mansion. And that's where Phoenix Wright got hit. Or something. So maybe he got in a car and tried to like speed off, and then he hit Nick, and then went all the way back to the Marquise clinic, something like that. I don't know. I'm not confident in my choice, but I'll accuse him of another crime. think he might be our hit and run guy. I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Her forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Herr Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now for a crime other than murder. The reason? Court's all ears. I knew he's guilty of something. What crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in another crime? For evidence, the court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that points to a witness's involvement in a crime. Oh. Maybe he's our panty thief. Because this was found in the north trash can, right? Trash can was like behind the noodle stand, which was to the north. So maybe it was him? Maybe he was the hit and run guy? Well, his phone was dropped in the clinic, right? In the garage at the clinic. So what if it happened like this? I already explained it. Well, he like drove to the garage, right, after doing the hit and run. And then as he left the car, he dropped his cell phone, which caused the watch to break, stopping it at 9:30. Torn off the car that hit Mr. Wright. Fits car at the Merrick's clinic. But do I do the mirror or the cell phone? Or do I do the bloomers? I feel like panty stealing isn't a serious crime. It's not serious enough for me to accuse you in court. I think this is what I present because it directly connects him to the crime. Because this belongs to him rather than the mirror, which is like kind of ambiguous as to who the car belongs to, right? I mean, it was found in People Park. That is true. But this was found at the entrance near the Kitaki mansion. I'll present this. Something tells me this isn't one of those good silences. Something else to say, Mr. Justice? One more chance, please? By all means, but your effort wasn't wasted. Look, a brand new penalty. Now, please reveal your thoughts to the court. Okay, I'm gonna save here. No. Oh, can't get back. Alright, so I guess that means I made the right choice, right? Does that mean it's the mirror? Nope. I'm almost dead. I don't like this. Bloomers? Okay, it's not. One more chance, please. Oh boy. Oh man, this is not good. What do I have here? Oh, Tracy's panties. Hmm. Am I dumb? I feel like I'm dumb. How can I not figure this out? I'm like presenting everything here, right? No, no, it's not this. 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 There's no way it's this. Can't be this. There's no way it's the bull either. Map, mirror, cell phone. Go for this. Found in the exhaust pipe of the car at the Merrick's Clinic. Alright, well if I get this wrong, then it's game over. And that will be my first game over of this game, please. Oh, here goes nothing. What? You're kidding me. The evidence is this. What? Is that women's underwear? Calm yourself, Judge.
Hey, those are mine.
Oh. We have our panty thief. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, well, honestly, I can't be surprised at this point. That guy is definitely anti-thief material. Order, order, order! Mr. Stickler, well, I can't say this comes as a shock. I presented the plum ones, though. It's not what it seems. By Pythagorean's theorem, On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Merrick's Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, yep, he dropped his phone. These panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you're guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Please, hear me out. It's not what it looks like. You got him. Order, order, order. Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it is. Oh, all the life out of him. Gone. That's not just a stem nor. Oh, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments? Also, Stickler, she's 15. Thought I should mention that. Maybe we could put you behind bars just for that, honestly. Perhaps you are not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant. See? Your point? I'm not done. Now, I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we have IVU science department are valiantly curious. I thought you were an engineer. No challenge is too daunting. Come on. We're talking about a girl's panties here. No, you do not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. Yeah, of course, women's underwear would be a mystery to him. This guy gets no bitches. 0. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. Tire? Oh, so he's a regular at the Wonder Bar. Right. Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First, there was the tire, then a stew pot, and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh? Wait, I actually got it right.
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
Just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics. A broom? A frozen chicken, Trucy? Whatever happened to dubs and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick? You say panties, but they are so much more than that. For me, they're an object of serious study. I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate me. Chase me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this is the night I will seize the truth that lies within those panties. Yet woe is I, for once again the lacy hard pattern truth slipped through my... Okay, buddy. Just calm down a sec. Still, that leaves one thing unexpected. The lie you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but it was in fact in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? Be my guest, Air Forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea?
Follow. Something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a...
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about this location? Do I have evidence? This is tough. This is my last life. If I get this wrong, then it's over for me. Two rounds are fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Is he an accomplice? as to why the witness lied about his location. I need to think about this. Okay. No, no, no. No, maybe. Maybe. No. 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 Maybe it was this. Bloomers. Found in the trash can at People Park. Right, because this was at the north, right? And Trucy was like, oh, what was next to wherever Stickler was at the north? Maybe it's this. No. No. Alright, I'm just gonna go with my gut here. The evidence shows that why the evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? What panties? How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, her forehead? These are the last, honest. These were found at the trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, you can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't... Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties. Yeah, that's why he wanted to lie. To avoid the wrath of the Kitakis. If Plum found out, then yeah, he would have been dead. Oh, these panties are your handiwork as well? That night, I've been chased, hounded into the Merrick's clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while, then abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on the clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them, safe in my pocket, ready to take home, when I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. Merrick's. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? You should just ask Bikini Hump. She might hook him up. Or she does OnlyFans now. Ugh. I do not want that mental image in my head. That's when you disposed of the bloomers? I can hear right now. I can hear it. Wahahaha. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. A fascinating, if disturbing, tale. Wow. Well, we have our guy. In the panty case, at least. She's definitely low-key Kitaki family. Is she related to the Fays in any way? Like, blood-wise? Because I was about to say that maybe the Fays have a bit of Kitaki in them. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. So, we still have our hit-and-run guy and our murderer at large, right? We don't know if they're different people or the same person. I'm willing to bet they might be the same person. A mafia who controls spirits too is a cool idea. It is. And I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Waki Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kitaki has a clear motive. Indeed, the defendant Waki Kitaki is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact. Assuming there is no one else on the scene of the crime, yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and the prosecution. Yeah, baby. No problem. Very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. Whew. That was a close one. He almost died. Alright, yeah, let's save. June 16th, 2:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. And we'll continue this in the next stream. I feel like this is like a perfectly good stopping point. Couldn't ask for a better one myself. Alright, well. Next time we play Phoenix Wright, we'll be investigating further. Trying to find our actual murder. Now that Trucy's spiel is done with. Next stream will be tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Be more near replicant. The dismay of some of you, I'm sure. But I want to play the game. And in my stream, my opinion is king. I mean, is what I'd like to say, but I know some of you just like my other stuff more. That's fine though. Anyway, thank you for watching. Do you have anything else to say? No? Well, if tomorrow is near, then Sunday's gonna be. Actually, maybe I won't stream Sunday. Might be a bit busy then. Well, I'll like make a Twitter post or something if I won't be able to stream Sunday. Anyway, once again, good night. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you for sticking around. Take good care of yourself, and have a good night.